Welcome back to the channel. If you love unbelievable talent, emotional auditions, and moments that touch the heart, then you're in the right place. Today's story is one of the most powerful performances ever seen on a global talent stage. Get ready, because this Filipino brother-sister duo didn't just sing, they delivered a moment so emotional that the entire auditorium fell silent, the judges were left in tears, and Simon Cowell himself sat back in total shock. Our story begins with a quiet backstage scene. Two siblings, barely holding hands, waiting for their cue. The brother, around 18, nervous but trying to stay strong, and the sister, maybe 15, clutching a small rosary in her hand. They whisper softly to each other. Not about winning. Not about fame. But about making their late mother proud. And that, right there, becomes the heart behind everything that follows. When their names are called, they walk onto the stage with shy smiles. The audience murmurs curiously. They're young, humble, and clearly emotional. Simon raises an eyebrow, already intrigued. The brother introduces them in a soft voice. He explains that they grew up in a small town in the Philippines, singing in the streets and at local gatherings. After suddenly losing their mother 2 years ago, music became their way of keeping her memory alive. And today, they want to dedicate their performance to her. You can feel the room shift. The judges go quiet. Even Simon's expression softens. The music begins. A gentle note on the piano. The brother starts, his voice shaky at first but beautifully raw. Then the sister joins in, and suddenly the audience is transported. Her voice is delicate, angelic, carrying a purity that gives chills instantly. But it's when their voices blend together that everything changes. Their harmony isn't just technically perfect, it's emotional, powerful, a cry from the heart. The camera cuts to the audience. People are already wiping their eyes. The judges stare, stunned. The brother sings with pain, the sister with hope, and together they fill the entire theater with a story of loss, love, and the unbreakable bond of family. And then comes the moment that takes everyone's breath away. As they reach the high note in the chorus, their voices soar. The sister closes her eyes tightly, gripping the microphone, and the brother steps closer to her, his voice supporting hers like a protective arm. Their voices rise together in a flawless, goosebump-inducing harmony that echoes through the hall. The judges' reactions say it all. One hand over the mouth. Another wiping tears. The crowd goes silent for a second, and then bursts into applause. But Simon Cowell. Simon is frozen. Eyes wide. Completely still. The kind of reaction he only has when he's genuinely shocked, moved, and impressed beyond words. The siblings continue the final verse, this time softer, gentler, almost like a whisper to their mother. The entire theater listens without a sound. Not a cough. Not a whisper. Just pure connection. When the last note fades, there is a moment, a full 3 seconds of absolute silence. And then the crowd explodes. Everyone stands. Judges rise to their feet. The audience screams with emotion. The siblings stare in disbelief, tears forming in their eyes. They never expected this. They just wanted to sing for their mom. The judges can't speak at first. One of them finally says, "That was not just a performance. That was a gift." Another adds, "You two sang with your souls." Then Simon leans into his microphone. He looks at them with a rare softness. He says, "I don't say this often, but, that was perfect. Pure, heartfelt, honest. You moved this entire room. And you moved me." The brother and sister break down crying. The audience cheers louder. Even backstage, hosts are emotional. Then comes the moment everyone hopes for. The judges glance at each other. One judge whispers, "Golden buzzer." Another nods. But Simon shakes his head slightly, still staring at the duo. And in that instant, everyone knows something extraordinary is about to happen. Simon stands up slowly, placing both hands on the table. The crowd senses it. The siblings gasp. And then, Simon slams his hand onto the golden buzzer. The theater erupts. Golden confetti rains down from the rafters. The siblings fall into each other's arms, crying and laughing. The hosts rush to hug them. Even Simon walks up onto the stage, something he rarely does. He tells them they reminded him why he loves music, why these shows matter, and why raw talent from humble beginnings can shake the entire world. The siblings look overwhelmed, standing in the middle of the confetti storm, holding hands tightly, eyes lifted as if speaking to their mom in heaven. The crowd keeps cheering. The judges are still wiping tears. And Simon, standing beside them, simply smiles, the kind of smile that says, "You've just changed your lives forever." The video of this performance spreads across the internet within hours. Millions watch the moment. Comments pour in from all over the world. "I felt that in my soul. Their mother would be so proud. This is the best audition I have ever seen." And the truth is, it wasn't just their talent. It was their story, their bond, their courage. It was the honesty in their voices and the love behind every note. People didn't just listen. They felt it. As the siblings move on to the next stage of the competition, one thing is already clear: they haven't just earned a golden buzzer, they've earned the world's heart. Their audition becomes legendary, the kind people talk about for years. A moment that proves talent has no borders, love has no language, and music can heal even the deepest wounds. Thank you for watching. If you want more unbelievable auditions, emotional stories, and inspiring moments from around the world, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Amazing stories like this one are waiting, and you won't want to miss them.